6, we're back again. Kristi and Katie, your crime time friends. Stories, justice, laughs collide. True Crime Squad, come join the ride. Grab the clues, let's take a stand. For victims' voices, hand in hand. True Crime Squad, it's time to shine. Season 6, your turn, your time. True Crime Squad, where justice meets hilarity.
Hey everybody, and welcome to the True Crime Squad. This is Katie Weaver. I'm here with my sister, co-host, and partner in crime, Kristi Brower. Hello.
Hello.
How's it going?
So good. So good.
So good. Yes, indeed.
This is a good day. It's a good day for everybody.
Yes, it is.
Watching this moron in court for all these years. Awesome.
Yes. Like you guys are saying in the chat, Prosecutor Kay put it away.
She did.
So today...
That closing was great, and the rebuttal even better. Yeah, she kicked her ass, and that was awesome.
Absolutely. So, as you know, probably by now, Lori was found guilty. So fabulous.
Mm-hmm.
Lori is 0 for all of them as far as charges.
Yep. She's 0 for everything.
Yes. Yeah.
Love it.
Because she was actually a terrible criminal, not smart at all, good, and has managed to get convicted everywhere on everything. You also may have noticed how quickly this went today.
Holy canary, you guys.
So
I think this gave nearly everyone a heart attack. Everyone who was live streaming and having to fumble through getting things going fast enough. It was fast.
Very fast. And the jury only deliberated for about an hour total.
Yeah, not even quite that.
Yep.
Because they started about 15 minutes late today.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, it was pretty dang fast. Thank you, Courtney. The super chat is on.
Yeah. So for me, I think yesterday the jury just convened long enough to say, okay, you be the foreperson, and who thinks she's guilty? And they all said, me. And they went, okay, let's go home and sleep on it, see how we feel tomorrow. Came in today, looked through the stuff and went, yep, nope, definitely, yes. She's guilty.
Yeah.
That's all they had to do.
Yeah, they didn't have to deliberate at all. They probably just wanted to make sure.
Yep. There was no one to convince. Yep. So we're going to watch it, obviously. It went pretty quick. She did get kind of shitty and combative at the end with the judge.
She definitely did.
Because,
sure he was like, fuck you, lady.
Yep.
Yeah.
Until sentencing, this is the last chance, right? So we do have 2 songs. The first one we're going to play now. This is called My Lawyer Was an Idiot by Lori Vallow, Esquire. Let's take a look.
Showed up in court with a confident sway. He said the system's unfair, but I'll win anyway. I glared at the jury and posed like a queen, then yelled, sustained! Though I'm not sure what it means. My lawyer was an idiot. Oh wait, that was me. Should have hired someone with a law degree. They wouldn't let me sip water, not even a drop. And Judge Bursky was mean and just wouldn't stop. The prosecutor frowned every time I would speak, like, I'm the problem, please. Take a seat. I called it a tragedy, just bad circumstance, but they acted like I planned it all in advance. I asked, did you see it? They said, well, kinda. So I snapped, correct, in full spiritual splendor. The vibes were off, the courtroom was cold. Nobody respected my inner light or goals. I tried to charm them with my radiant glow, but they only saw crime, not cosplay show. My lawyer was dramatic with no legal clue. She objected to facts and to logic too. She Googled what's evidence under the desk and practiced her opening in a but I'm planning my comeback with some new filings too. I miss the Idaho prison, my pillow, my stuff, where people respected my spiritual fluff. Here I just jazzercise with the prison gals, manifesting freedom between court appeals and sit-up pals. So mark my words, it's not over yet. I've still got some appeals and zero regret. My lawyer was a hottie with no legal plan, but she walked in heels like nobody can. You can lock me up, but I won't go away. I'll rise like a phoenix with great hair, by the way. Arizona was just a layover. I'm appealing Idaho. Me and Jesus, we've got this.
It's a bop for sure.
Oh my god, it's a bop. And the the brass in the background was so good. Holy hell.
Can't you just
That
see
was
Lori
fantastic.
just firing that one off? Yeah.
I can, yes.
With all
There
of the
would have been
confidence of
Some bad choreography too.
yes, with all the delusion and confidence.
Yeah.
But there's one group we haven't really heard from in this trial, and I felt like we needed to, and that was her Jazzercise friends. So once we're done talking about the guilty verdict, we'll listen to a little song the Jazzercise friends put together, and I think you guys will
Oh, I can't
appreciate
wait.
it.
I
Yeah.
cannot wait.
But
All
before
right,
that,
well-
you may have also noticed that some people had a hard time streaming today. We had a hard time. East Idaho
Everyone.
News had a hard time. Some of the
Oh.
other stations had a hard time. I couldn't even get a text to go through for a little while. Call me crazy, but there have been major solar flares today, and I'm thinking it messed with tech. Right?
It often does. We've
Mhm.
noticed over the years of doing
Yeah.
technology things.
Absolutely. And so that really kind of messed things up at the worst time possible. But we did get everything for you to watch it now. But before that, also, you know that big bunch of handwritten nonsense that we saw yesterday that was so hard to read? So some of that, of course, went to the judgier judge above Judge Green and Judge Bereski to say, still, no, bitch, you can't have a new judge or a judgier judge. You're all done.
Hmm.
But some of it went to Judge Bereski, which was a delight because Judge Bereski
It
has
really was.
absolutely had it with this idiot.
Yeah.
So here's what he said. The court has received and reviewed the defendant's motion to dismiss abuse of discretion. The defendant requests that Maricopa County Supreme Court or Court of Appeals dismiss her case. There is no such thing as the Maricopa County Supreme Court, nor the Maricopa County Court of Appeals. Perhaps the defendant intended her motion to be submitted to the Arizona Court of Appeals Division 1, but it was not. It was filed with this court, and therefore this court must rule. God, Lori, you just can't be dumber. You can't.
I mean, what? The Supreme Court of Maricopa County?
Can
Or
you
the
imagine
Appeals
how
Court
hard
of
he must have
Maricopa?
laughed? Yeah.
Oh my god, he must. Yeah,
The
that
defendant's
is
motion
hilarious.
urges a number of narratives that are verifiably false upon review of both the written and for the record recording of the trial. Given the defendant continues to argue that she was physically unable to proceed to trial, the court will supplement the existing record to note the following. In order to further assess whether the defendant's purported illnesses were impacting her ability to proceed, the court continued to observe the defendant throughout the trial. The court observed that while the jury was present in the courtroom, nothing in the defendant's mannerisms, voice, as well as her interaction with the court or witnesses would cause this court to suspect her health was in any way negatively impacting her ability to proceed. It is ordered authorizing the Maricopa County Sheriff's Office. Oh, that was a transport order. And that's it. He's saying she was fine. So, no.
Well, wasn't there one part where it said something about she was even seen laughing and smiling with her support team?
Yeah. Yeah. Lori, if you can't fake sick some of the time, darling. Yes. So, yes, here's the other part of it. So, on Monday, June 9th, 2025, after the filing of this motion, the defendant again argued she was not able to proceed with trial when she reported a new medical issue. Later that same day, upon finishing her cross of witness Marianne Robb, and the state was redirecting this witness, the defendant was even observed to be laughing, smiling, and conversing with her advisory counsel, appearing to be in very good spirits, exhibiting no impairment whatsoever. The court continued its observation throughout the remainder of trial, including closing arguments. The court observed no outward appearance of the defendant experiencing any distress or difficulty in acting and advocating as her own attorney. The record supports the decision to move forward with trial over the defendant's objection. It is ordered denying the defendant's request for oral argument on this issue. It is further ordered denying the defendant's motion to dismiss. Aww.
You mean all of her hacking into the microphone only when she wasn't the one speaking didn't convince the judge?
Yeah.
She never coughed one time when she was talking.
No. She is
well, and like Katie
ridiculous.
said, Katie in the chat said, how can you go through that many trials and not understand the system, right? Miss, I have experience with the legal system because I've been on trial for murder. Like, yeah, what the hell? You don't even know what the Supreme Court is? Like that there's a state one and a national one, and that the national one doesn't have anything to do with you unless the state one does. And hey, by the way, none of them are gonna.
Could you imagine how hard Prosecutor K must have laughed about that?
Oh,
and the
shit,
judge,
right?
I mean, he's had
I
one
hope it was a little,
another, but
right, but I hope it was a little comic relief for them that they were like, holy shit.
Yes. Yeah.
Right? Tool says, faking sick is something my 9-year-old cousin tries. Right. It's so juvenile.
Very much. Yeah. Yes, and she did tell the jurors she's had time to study law. Oh, honey, I don't really think you know what that means. Yeah.
I mean, at this point, you got plenty of time to get a law degree while you're in prison, if that's something you want to do, but you haven't done it yet.
No. Yeah. Well, let's watch it. It happened quick, but
yeah,
it's time to see it all.
All right, the jury is present. Everyone can be seated. Do we have a foreperson? Has the jury reached a verdict? Yes. Will you hand the verdict to my courtroom assistant? All right, the clerk will read and record the verdict.
In the Superior Court of the State of Arizona, in and for the County of Maricopa, State of Arizona versus Lori Daybell, CR 2022-00-1242-001. Verdicts count 1. We, the jury, duly impaneled and sworn in the above entitled action upon our oaths, do find the defendant, Lori Daybell, as to the crime of count 1, conspiracy to commit first-degree murder occurring on or about October 2nd, 2019, as follows. Guilty. Signed, foreperson. Are these your true verdicts, so say you one and all?
Katie, where's your...
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
All right, on the court's own motion, I'll ask the clerk to poll the jury.
Juror number 1, is this your true verdict? Yes. Juror number 2, is this your true verdict?
Yes.
Juror number 4, is this your true verdict?
Yes.
Juror number 5, is this your true verdict?
Yes.
Juror number 6, is this your true verdict?
Yes.
Juror number 8, is this your true verdict?
Yes.
Juror number 9, is this your true verdict?
Yes.
Juror number 11, is this your true verdict?
Yes.
Juror number 12, is this your true verdict?
Yes.
Juror number 13, is this your true verdict?
Yes.
Juror number 14, is this your true verdict?
Yes.
Juror number 15, is this your true verdict?
Yes.
All right, members of the jury, I'm going to excuse you at this time. I have one more legal issue I need to resolve before you can be released from the admonition. So please just hang tight in the jury room for what's hopefully a few minutes, and then we will let you know if we need your further service. So please retire to the jury room, and please, the admonition still applies.
All rise to the jury.
All right, please be seated. The jury is no longer present. And aggravation phase, we're prepared to proceed with. I'll ask the defendant. Yesterday, you indicated you didn't want to proceed with that and you would rather admit those aggravators. Is that still your desire?
I will still stipulate, Your Honor, even though I object to having an aggravator phase at all.
Okay, so the state has alleged this is
Okay,
a
Jan, for sure.
dangerous offense. Do you understand? And the state has also alleged that this particular crime that you've been found guilty of involved the use or of an accomplice. Is that the extent of the aggravators that you want to prove up?
To the jury, yes, that's all we were going to ask to do.
All right. So, Ms. Daybell, do you understand you have the right to have a jury decide whether or not those aggravators are proven beyond a reasonable doubt?
I do understand that.
And do you understand that by admitting those aggravators or stipulating to them that you'd be waiving your right to have a jury do that?
Correct.
Has anyone forced you or threatened you in any way to get you to waive that right to have a jury decide those two issues?
No.
Has anyone promised you anything to get you to waive that right to have a jury decide those two factors?
No.
Are you waiving those factors of your own free will?
Yes.
The court finds and do you in fact stipulate that this was a dangerous offense?
I do stipulate to that fact.
And you also stipulate that this particular crime would have involved did involve the use of a presence or use of an accomplice?
I will stipulate to that fact as well.
The court finds those to be knowingly, voluntarily, intelligently entered into stipulation. The court will find that those do exist as a legal determination. I'll order a pre-sentence report be prepared on both cases.
Can I waive a pre-sentence report and try to move up sentencing?
No, we're going to have one prepared. Let me ask the state, as far as the state's presentation and how many people might speak at sentencing, do you have an estimated time?
Your Honor, 1 second. Your Honor, because we are sentencing both cases together at the same time to be safe, if we could block off a couple hours, because there are obviously next of kin and victims from both cases. It
All
may
right.
be less than that, but I think to be safe, we could do that.
All right, this courtroom is going to be taken over by Judge Myers in a week and a half, but he is out the whole week of July 28th. So this courtroom would be vacant. We could use this courtroom. So I can do it pretty much any day that
One
week.
Second, I think that.
Does it have to be within Your Honor, is that more than 30 days? Doesn't it have to be within 30 days?
It is more than 30 days.
I think because we do have people flying in, they would prefer a Friday. I don't know if August 1st.
I can also do it Friday, July 25th.
I know that's close on a couple of their schedules. Let me just make sure they're able to fly here. Your Honor, the 25th of July would also work.
All right. Does the defendant want to be heard on a sentencing date?
Do I want to be heard?
On a sentencing date, yeah.
Do I want to speak on sentencing day?
No,
Is that
no,
what you're
I meant,
asking me?
Do you want to be heard on what
The
date?
timing?
Yeah, what date I should set this for?
Yes, I would like it to be within 30 days, if possible.
All right. The soonest available is July 25th. I'll set it from 9 a.m. to noon, just to be safe, on July 25th in this same courtroom. Anything else?
Can you do anything about the timing of me being transported after that?
Actually, I would like the county attorney and or the sheriff's office. I don't know if I need to make specific orders on the record regarding transferring back to Idaho. I don't know what the interstate agreement was on having her transported here.
It was immediately after, but I think they have up to 30 days to pick me up. That's why I wanted the sentencing to be moved up, because they still have 30 days after that.
Okay.
If there's something you can do about that.
I guess what I'm requesting from any party, either side or the sheriff's office, is what particular language people are looking for in order to accomplish that transfer.
I will reach out to our extraditions.
All right. All right. So we will be at recess. All right. Thank you.
Yeah, he's
And there you go. Guilty.
The smiling and laughing as she's leaving is so weird. But at the same time, her face is bright fucking red. Like,
Bright red
you
the
know,
whole time.
she's furious.
Well, notice when they pulled the jury, the one man goes, "Yes,
Yeah, they were all like, yes.
yes, can we go home
Yeah.
yet?" Yeah. Can Lori be considered a family annihilator? I don't think so.
Mm,
What do you think? Well, I mean,
she did kill the 2 children that she lived with, so
That's true.
probably. Yeah,
in some sense. I mean, not really in a more traditional sense, but
she
Yeah.
doesn't meet the criteria for a serial killer, but
Serial
I do think
killer.
she does actually meet family annihilator better than anything else.
hmm
Interesting. Yeah, pick her up. That means transfer her back to Idaho, because as soon as they're done with her here, she's coming back to us, guys.
And why, you guys are asking, why does she want to get back to Idaho so bad? Oh, a couple reasons. First of all, it's real hot in Arizona in the jail in the summer.
Yeah.
Second of all, the Idaho prison, the women's prison, is not a real hard place to be.
No,
She's
it's
in
a
way
lot
better
cushier
shape
than where
to
she's
stay
at.
there. Yeah. Yep. Not too bad.
Right.
So-
Family Annihilator usually is in one act, but I don't know. I would, at the time that her children were killed, she did kill all the members of her family she was living with. So maybe.
Mhm.
I don't know. She's kind of a special breed of crazy. She's kind of a special breed of murderer.
And why does she want to waive a pre-sentencing report? And what is a pre-sentencing report? Those were two questions that came up. So a pre-sentencing report is usually put together by the mitigator or the mitigation specialist who basically takes a look at your life. There's usually a report written by a psychologist that will meet with you and look at any other factors that could play into why you are like you are, for the judge to take a look at before sentencing. She refused to comply with the mitigation specialist in Idaho before her sentencing there. She does not want to be evaluated. She does not want to be honest. She does not want to spill any of her dirt. She doesn't want to do it. So she's just not going to. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me.
She just won't
all.
participate.
Yeah.
Jess, why didn't they dismiss the jury? It's because...
Why did they?
No, and then she added not.
Oh, didn't they? Okay.
They didn't, because he sent them back, but he said, they're still on. It's because if she didn't waive her right to the aggravators, they were going to immediately have to bring the jury back in and let them deliberate on whether or not those aggravating factors applied to her case, which in most situations would increase her sentence. The thing is, the crime that she was just convicted of, it's already at the top of sentencing for Arizona. So either way, it's not actually going to change anything.
No.
But they have to see if the jury has to come back in and deliberate about that. So they would have then just immediately released them.
Yeah. And of course she did that in her last hearing too, or her last trial
She
too.
did.
Yeah. Even though she disagrees with it. Well, do you think the judge is just going to rewrite the law here for you? Do you think he has the power to do that? You can go talk to the Maricopa Supreme Court about that, Lori.
Yeah, feel free. Why don't you write them some more letters? It's a good idea.
Oh, good Lord. So it'll be interesting. I say, make her stay in Arizona up to 30 days after sentencing. She can spend another 60 days in Arizona.
Yeah, you want to spend all of July and part of August in Arizona? Please, go ahead.
Well, no, she doesn't.
She doesn't. No, yeah, she wants to get back up here because it's nicer.
But
somebody said because Chad's here, but they're not even close. They're 5 hours apart. Like they're not housed anywhere near each other.
Yeah.
Chad's in Boise or Nampa, Idaho, and Pocatello, which is, it's only a 45-minute drive from me. Yeah. It's not very far.
Yeah, it's just a cushier, easier place for her to be is all. But I like this. Some of you are calling for shared custody. They'd like to see her in Arizona in the summer and Idaho in the winter. That seems fair. Go. That tracks.
That does seem fair, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because she doesn't like the cold here.
No,
although
she does not.
I don't think she gets much outside time anyway.
I doubt it, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, wild. So now we wait for sentencing. Again, with no mitigation report, it'll be a very quick sentencing.
There'll be some victim statements.
Yep. Oh, really, Brandon. And then she'll be sentenced and it will be...
Well, no, because this is for both murders.
Oh, it's for both murders. That's
true.
For both. Okay. Yeah. So we may hear from
Charles
Kay.
too.
We could hear from Charles's sons, perhaps.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see.
We could hear from, is it Billy, the other brother?
Idaho really, really limits victims' impact statements, and Arizona, I think, does not limit as much. So, yeah, that's going to be good.
Yeah.
Michelle would like her to share a cell with Sarah Boone. See, I would like that too. I would like that too.
That
and Donna Adelson down the road.
The best. Oh, yeah.
And maybe Corey Richins.
Maybe Corey Richins.
And let's put the cherry on top and throw old Taylor Shabitas in there.
Oh my God. She wouldn't survive long with Taylor Shabitas.
Oh,
well,
no.
And see, she could, if she was in Arizona, she could be housed with Jodi Arias. But she won't be because she'll be in Idaho.
Mm-mm. Yeah.
And she's not on death row. So, I don't know what kind of if she's in a restricted unit or what.
Right.
Yeah, Shaprison. Yeah. Shabusiness is in Shaprison.
Mm-hmm.
Although her latest attorney
Lori
would really like her to not have to be shackled anymore, even though she beat up the attorney before that one.
Can you even with that?
He
What
said,
is he thinking?
I've worked with Taylor before. We have a relationship. I'm like, no, you don't, bitch.
Yep.
Who will win, Sarah or Lori?
Mm.
Oh my God. I don't even want to think about it.
Who would win the manipulation fight?
Right?
I don't know if I can answer that. Yeah. I don't know.
Oh, Ian Pulowski works in Rexburg, does he? I'm not exactly sure where they're at anymore, the Pulowskis.
Yeah.
Thank you, Kara. Appreciate that.
Yeah. If she and Chad were in the same cell, I doubt they would remain in love much longer. Agree.
Oh, yeah.
I really don't think that Chad's in love with Lori any longer. I think the loin fire
Didn't
burned
get that
off.
vibe.
And, yeah, I think he's more done with her than she probably realizes.
Yeah. Thoughts on Melanie? Are charges coming? I don't know. I mean, if there were going to be charges, why did they wait this long?
Maybe
Did they
waited
want
to see
to
if they
convict
could
her
get a guilty
first?
verdict.
And if they could convict her of the conspiracy, then they can use that. I don't know. Maybe it
I just
should
don't
be
know.
happening.
Yeah.
But I don't know if we'll ever
Yeah.
see it happen.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I think so. I think I think we just don't know. I think she should catch a charge. I think it's pretty obvious that she was way more hip to what was going on than, she
In all cases.
admitted.
In
But
all
yeah.
of the cases.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep. It's
Well, and
true. How would Brandon feel about that? Brandon has tried really hard to to make decisions for his kids that were right.
yeah, I think he's wanted Melanie not charged for the sake of their children.
I wonder if that's true. Yeah.
But now that they have a guilty verdict, and now they do have a confirmation of that conspiracy, maybe.
Yeah. Maybe.
I
Maybe.
don't know.
Yeah.
Can they get Brandon to testify? I don't know. I mean, he has tried so hard to shield his kids.
Yeah. Of course.
And you're right. It isn't up to Brandon, but I would imagine that they are listening to him on this, though.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. I wonder how terrifying it is to send the kids off with her.
I would imagine it's terrifying. Absolutely.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just for the mere fact that she is so incapable of making good decisions.
Right.
However,
Right.
I do think that Ian is pretty grounding for her and is definitely the adult in the
guess.
room, but
Yeah.
he's not
That's-
squeaky clean either.
No, he's not.
Yeah.
He isn't. And also, he married her and immediately found out all of this and stayed.
Yeah.
And I've been very baffled by that, because
Me
they
too.
met and married very quickly. Then on their wedding night, she spilled all of this insanity to
Mhm.
him. And I mean, to his credit, he turned a bunch of information over to the FBI.
Yeah.
But still, it makes you wonder.
Mhm.
What's up with Ian? Ian has a history of domestic violence.
Mhm. Yep. Scary stuff.
Man. Triple threat: Boone, Daybell, and Frankie. Oh my God.
Frankie. Ooh,
Yeah.
think about her. Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, no.
That's-
I really like to see Lori and Jody Hildebrand
Oh my God.
share a
right?
cell, because who gets to be the cult leader?
Right. Who's gonna win that battle?
Yeah. Hard to know. Well, there you
know.
have it.
I've always
And-
thought, wouldn't it be funny to put Chad and Brian David Mitchell in the same cell? Who's the real prophet,
Yes.
guys?
Who is
That'd
the
be
real
a pretty
prophet?
funny one.
I
Or I
like
don't know,
that.
throw in old, what's his name? The polygamist that's in prison for sexual abuse forever. The FLDS
Oh.
guy. Why can't I say his name?
Well, I could have until you said it'll show up here in a
know.
minute.
It will.
Yeah.
I can't think of it. But anyway, wouldn't it be wild? We do need a song. Ooh, we do need a song.
Ooh.
Okay.
Maybe
I'm
a
a
Lori
big
Jody
fan of
standoff.
cult stuff.
Yes, you
So
are.
I'm gonna do some. I'll do some cult songs.
Warren
Warren
Jeffs.
Jeffs. Thank you, Jesus. Yeah, Warren Jeffs. Okay, yeah. So yeah, I'm going to do some like rap battle, standoffy kinds of songs with some of those dummies.
I'm here for all of that. Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I've been thinking a lot about the prison jail ladies that Lori has been apparently teaching exercising to, the jazzercises or the Zumba or something, prancercise maybe, I don't know, and also helping them with their cases. And I wonder if they're kind of starting to go, I think she's a bad lawyer. I don't know. And now she's stuck with them for up to, well, I hope 60 days, Lori. I really do.
I hope so. Oh, just so you know, we actually do have a video that is a comparison of Chad Daybell and Brian David Mitchell.
Yes.
We did it years ago. It's somewhere in our backlog if you want to go find it.
Yep, we did. And it's a good one. It's interesting. Yeah.
Yeah. Because
all right.
lots of questions there.
What a deal. So it's kind of weird, for me, for us, because we've covered this case forever. But of course, we're not done till sentencing. But next week, our very next, order on our docket is to take a look at the appeal from Idaho, and we'll talk about that on Monday. So that'll be coming. So we will be returning to our regular schedule next week, which is 6 p.m. on Mondays and Wednesdays and 3 p.m. on Tuesdays and Thursdays.
And that's Mountain Daylight Time.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Right. No Dancing with the Stars for Lori. Her last audition fell flat. She fell
Brooks
flat
House
on
starts
her
the
ass.
24th. Ooh, we do have to keep an eye on that.
Oh, yeah. No kidding.
Yeah. We will keep an eye on that. Not going to stream it, but we'll keep an eye on it.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And
I
of
would
course,
like some justice
closing
for
statements
Crystal
and
Rogers
Karen
and her
Reed
family.
tomorrow morning, and then the
Good
jury should be
Lord.
deliberating by the afternoon.
Holy canary. Wow.
Mm-hmm. Yes, watch party will be next week as well, next Wednesday.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it will.
Yep. We'll be just getting back to normal.
The thing I wish we
here.
could watch is not on Netflix, so I will tell you to go watch it. If you haven't seen it, there is a new documentary out, and it's on Peacock. And it is a documentary about Rex Heuermann, and really it's about his family. Ooh. Rex Heuermann is the accused Gilgo Beach serial killer. Mm-hmm. And this is really focused on his wife and children. Wife and daughter. The son did not participate, but the wife, Assa, and the daughter did participate, daughter Victoria. Holy shit, you guys.
Really? Wow.
Because, Assa still publicly says that she thinks he's innocent. Wow. She is supporting him. Now, one thing to know is that she was paid a very large amount of money to do this documentary. And basically, when he went to prison and things were going to shit, they did immediately divorce in order to protect her finances. Mm-hmm. But almost immediately, Peacock jumped in and offered this deal. So you have to be a little, I don't know, is she playing a role?
Right. Wow.
The daughter is on the fence until the very end. And at the very end, there's a statement that says that she, at this point, has seen enough evidence that has come out that she does, in fact, believe he did it. But she really struggles with it because they did not see that side of him, that they were aware of. If you remember, all of the murders that he is accused of were committed at times when Assa and her two children were on vacation.
Yeah.
She's from Iceland. Sometimes they'd go to Iceland or they'd go to another state. Mm-hmm. And he just didn't like to travel and do the fun things the kids like to do, supposedly. Mm-hmm. And then, that's when all of these women, so far 7 that he's charged with, went missing. So it's very interesting. It's definitely worth a watch.
So he's home doing the murders while they're off traveling and stuff.
And potentially even dismembering people in their house.
Dear God.
And stuff. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and we don't know what all the evidence is that they have. There's tons that they are hanging on to because he hasn't even gone to trial yet on any of them.
Right.
They're trying to get them all together first. They're still looking at deaths all across the United States.
Jesus.
But yeah.
At some point, they'll have to move forward with what they have.
Yeah. Assa says that she hasn't seen anything herself that tells her he's guilty. And I'm like, I mean, they literally have his DNA. They have hair from Assa and also from Victoria on victims.
Yeah.
Their DNA showed up on these women.
Yeah. How do you think
Victoria,
that got
who
there?
was a young teenager at the time that these women were killed. I mean, that's pretty. They asked her a question. They asked Assa about that, and she said, circumstantial. I'm like, that's not circumstantial.
What?
That's forensic evidence and considered to be secondary transfer.
It
Like,
is in no way circumstantial.
no, I was
Jesus.
like, oh, honey, you don't understand the legal system at all.
No.
Yeah, it's on Peacock. I cannot remember the name of it, but if you look it up, you'll see it right away. Really, really interesting. Yeah, the daughter now says that she does think he's guilty, but it's taken her quite a while to get there because she just didn't see him as that person in her growing up years. The son is actually his stepson. He's older. I think he may have autism or something, and he did not participate in this documentary.
Okay.
I think he's
yes, the
very
daughter
traumatized
has
by this
some
whole thing.
very interesting artwork. Very
She does.
violent, kind of dark stuff. Yeah.
She's a really interesting person, honestly. You'll see what I mean if you watch this doc.
Yeah. Yeah. I know. I'm excited to get into some other cases next week too. My God, we have a burglary from Idaho that is so damn funny. You guys will not believe it.
Share with you. It's so funny.
It's wild stuff.
Because I hate to keep going back to this, but they still live in the house.
Yeah.
Well, I think maybe they don't now. They were in the process of selling it, like at the end of this documentary. But this whole time, they've still been living there. I can't remember the title. But if you look it up, it's brand new on Peacock. It'll come right up.
Yeah.
Yes, baby doe and Peaches doe were identified. Yeah, he's charged now with 7 murders, and they're not done.
Yeah. I'm trying
anyway,
to
sorry.
I'll find the Chad Daybell video for you guys, or the Chad Daybell, Brian Mitchell.
Oh, yeah. Well,
I will
they
find
really
that
don't think.
and post a link.
Okay. They really don't think that she did witness anything because these things happened when she was not home. She was not there. She does not have any direct memory of anything. But, they now have proved that at least one of these murders happened before he married Assa. That he's, obviously not convicted of, but accused of.
Yeah. Okay, I put up a link. It is called Prophet. What do Chad Daybell and Brian David Mitchell have in common?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, well, I think we've gotten there, so I think we'll head out with one more song, and this, of course, is a word from the Jazzercise ladies that are housed with Lori in the prison jail, and what they're experiencing with her.
We just wanted some movement, a little stretch and sweat. Next thing we know, we're chanting Zion isn't ready yet. She showed up in lip gloss with scripture in hand. Wrote, let's tone while we atone on the chalkboard stand. Now we're pulsing in sync to her doomsday groove, doing planks while she says we're divinely approved. She counts reps like commandments, 1, 2, repent. Then our glutes are sore, but oddly content. We've been jazzercised and hypnotized. She's got us doing squats while prophesying lies. She said the portal opens after 8 more crunches. Now we're lifting weights and decoding hunches. She's got cult vibes with cardio thighs. We've been jazzercised and hypnotized. She made us vision boards from commissary scrap. Said if we mastered downward dog, we'd escape mishap. She told Yolanda her chakra was legally stuck. Then twerked to a hymn while we whispered, what the? We don't know the crime she's convicted of fully, but she said her defense was cosmically bullied. She talks to clouds, flirts with the guards, and leads step class like she's training bodyguard. We've been jazzercised and prophesied, doing holy heel kicks on the yard outside. She says burpees cleanse sins and sit-ups so sacred. Now we're sweating, repenting, and mildly sedated. We're the tightest coat with the firmest thighs. We've been jazzercised and hypnotized. Ladies, inhale the light, exhale your charges. Feel the divine in your hamstrings. Manifest your appeal with power lunges. Oh, oh. We've been jazzercised and theorized. She's got dream boards, dumbbells, and alibis. We don't know where this ends, but our abs are tight, and she leads prayer sprints under pale moonlight. So past the resistance bands and mystic sides, we've been jazzercised and totally hypnotized. We're either getting fit or getting indicted.
Oh, it turned out so good.
Oh my God, that was fabulous.
Another bop. They're all on SoundCloud at our True
Definitely
Crime
a bop.
Squad SoundCloud. I'll put these
Yeah.
up as shorts as well after the show. But
Oh, yeah, do
there you have it. So have a great weekend. Take a
Yeah.
rest, please.
Mhm.
Have some fun. Do something great that has nothing to do with Lori Vallow sitting in her prison jail cell over in Maricopa feeling like shit. So
Mhm.
I'm trying to scratch out appeals that really are just too damn late. So it's all good. All righties. Well, we will be back on Monday at 6 p.m. and we'll be talking about, I can't believe this, but Lori Vallow and her appeal.
Yeah. her appeal.
Take care, guys. Have a great weekend. This has been yet another production of the True Crime Squad.
Bye, everybody.
Season 6, we're back again. Kristi and Katie, your crime time friends. Stories, justice, laughs collide. True Crime Squad, come join the ride. Grab the clues, let's take a stand. For victims' voices, hand in hand. True Crime Squad, it's time to shine. Season 6, your turn, your time. True Crime Squad, where justice meets hilarity.